Alright, it's time to find Bonemass. Anything else I need to bring with me? Which of crap I know I don't need to bring. My comfort is, I'm resting at 11. Not too bad, really. 18 minutes. I've got some arrows, some rocks, a little bit of wood, some random food stuffs, some chorin foods. I'll take a little bit of that. I'm not going to eat the good stuff yet. Alright, let's get out to the I know I saw one over there. Alright. A few necks and a deer. Still not at level 58 yet? Oh, I am at 58, okay. Gee, I took a... Is this a health food? Jeez, why did I take 2 health foods? Who knows? What? You know what? I've made a critical error. It can be fixed, mostly. It's first thing in the morning, right? Let me get... So let's get a rough east here. If I said that was south, and that's east. Right now I would be sailing into the east. Unlike Lord of the Rings, where you sail into the west. It is time to find Bonemass. Sorry, just got to pull something up here. Seems to be a good direction, though. All right, here we go. So, my boat would show this to be basically east. So that's pretty close, I think. And I need to capture what that direction was in the spot where I got the Bonemass Vegvazir. What kind of word is Vegvazir? It's a very odd word. I've never... That doesn't make sense to me. I don't know what... Is that a Viking word? Like an old runestone tablet or something? I think I can mess with those guys. I think I heard me hit somebody, but... Alright, so that's the first sunken chamber. Wait, I'm hitting the end. Is that the second one? That must be the second one. Or third one, even. This came up really fast. Yeah, that must be the third one. Was not expecting to get that so fast. I'd be a little careful here. I think he might be a star guy. I'm going to come in here and try to land in a way that is going to allow me to get out of dodge real quick if I need to. Yeah, that's good enough for getting in later. You know, I'm going to actually back up and pull the back end in a little tighter, so I don't have to worry about hitting leeches later. Yeah, I never actually took an official marking of the Vegvazir location of Bonemass, so let me go run in and get that. I mean, I know it's heading up the coast, but let's be accurate with it, shall we? I think it was back this way. Maybe I'll grab some more mushrooms while I'm in here. I completely left it alone. Here we go. Now, if I'm right, this carve is pointed north, which means the Vegvazir would be pointed southeast. That was north, which means this would be southeast. And I think that looks about right, wouldn't you say? I'll just kind of start from the side, have a turn, and that's going to be pointing in the direction. And I think that is southeast, which means I must have come up and around the top of that island. I was not actually expecting that. I'm going to grab some mushrooms. Am I out of scraps? I don't care about scraps. I don't care about bones. I mean, I know bones. I got to care about them, blah, 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 but I got enough to summon forever. But I do need these for some stamina potions. I've cleared out this area already, so I think I'm okay there. Grab a few of these, head back to the boat, and then go in the direction of Bonemass, because this whole little excursion is all about trying to find bone. Hey, there's a little bit of muddy scrap. Maybe I'll get some. No. I guess it was too much to hope that that would have some iron in it. Okay. And I have very little stamina right now. So stamina potions, medium, require 10 yellow, some loot. It's not a tiny amount of loot. It's good for some fishing bait. Alright, let's get back on the boat. But first, what I'm going to do, so I don't have to go back in there again if I don't want to, is drop that direction right here. And it's just kind of heading right up the coast, right? I'm not entirely sure I got that right, but it's pretty close. So, let's head up that coast in that direction, shall we? These are some leeches that really want to die. The wind's coming from that way, so I should be okay. Luckily, I don't really need directions for sailing up to this point. I can find my way around pretty well. Still follow me. He's a leech with a mission. So the swamp stops pretty quickly. I don't think there's going to be... I don't see anywhere that Bonemass could be in there. Some mountain. There's some plains. Another big old mountain in the plains. I wonder if there's any... I'm a little wary of taking the boat back there. A couple times I've taken boats into little channels like that. They've been real shallow, rocky. Boat gets stuck, it's a big pain. You gotta jump out and freaking pickaxe to get out. I think for now, for a second, I think we're far enough away from the swamp I can actually not worry a little bit about getting wet. So that, I should have actually, I should have, tried to harpoon that one-star boar and drag it all the way back to my base. Now I'm going to dump some of this stuff in the boat, actually. I don't want to run around with a full inventory. But yeah, you can drag... I didn't know this for a while. You can drag animals behind you with the harpoon through the ocean. And it takes a little bit of careful stamina management, but it's actually very doable. I've drugged boars across almost the entire map before. Alright, what do I want to get rid of here? Let's get rid of the gold. The mushrooms I definitely don't need. I don't need that whole stack of this. I don't need a whole stack of wood. Probably don't need those, but I'll keep them. No, I won't. I'm not going to be dropping torches. Let me back up a little bit so I don't have to keep getting wet every time I want to go to the boat. Yeah. The only problem you got to be careful about. Stamina's okay. Sometimes you might need to stop the boat and back up over the pig. Put a little tension release in the line. Get your stamina back. Keep a potion around just in case, you know. But sea serpents, man, they will, if they come at you, they will go right after that pig first. I learned that the hard way dragging 2-star boars across the ocean. And I was starting to get a little low on raspberries back at the base. I only got about 100 left. I know that sounds like a lot, but man, that can go fast. So what is over here? Is this plains? No. Oh. Is that hill deer? Did I just find hill deer? It's a good thing I grabbed that gold. I might go back to the boat and get it. Now the question is, there's some structures. Are they uninhabited? Or are there actually Draugr in them? Let's get a little bit of stamina going. I think there's only a couple of them, and usually when there's going to be Draugr, they have those fences, right? Now you may be wondering why I'm killing all these boars and stuff. Or maybe you're not. The reason is I'm trying to get my bow skills up. I'm at 58 right now. Hill deer. What do you got for me, girlfriend? A simple dress or a tunic. This gives you reduced stamina use. What I don't know is if the stamina use is if it stacks, right? So if I'm wearing a cap and a tunic, is that going to is that going to give me a 35% decrease in stamina use. That would be pretty nice, really. It's good chorin food, right? Planting crops or other stuff. The iron pit is actually nice. Now, what can I talk to her about? Her little map table? It's in exactly the same direction. Fascinating. The iron pits are actually useful. I go get some gold and come back. Bye-bye! A skeleton man here. You stepped to the side at the last second, you punk. Alright. It is starting to get fast enough. I'm able to kill things pretty quickly. Not like people who have 100. Now, I wonder, from the area that I came in, is this part of the swamp in that same direction? Or in other words, could Bonemass be right in here? It's getting a little late. This is a no map, no portal, permadeath, hardcore run for somebody who's legitimately not actually very good at this game. So I'm always trying to be a little extra careful about some things. And just, I'm not going to do it quite yet. I want to make sure I have Eikthyr ready to go, because I may need to make a run for it. You get a 1-star Draugr or something coming at me, 2-star. See, he looks like he's starred. I might not mess with him. Not quite yet. I could jump up on these rocks and shoot at him. Maybe I'll do that. Can I make that jump? Yeah. Alright, he's not a... Oh, he died, so he was not 1-star. I'm looking for a kind of large skull-shaped structure. Oh. Missed them, and I ticked them off. What I don't have is a second Vegvizier. Such a difficult word for me to get right. A Vegvizier to triangulate with. Okay, I'm not rested anymore. It's getting dark. I think it's time to head back. A 2-star. Man, see? Love to take... I probably should have grabbed that one. Yeah, but it's just not... It's easier said than done to grab that harpoon at night and everything else, right? Don't care about you. Don't care about you. Don't care about... Oh. I don't care about you, but I'm going to kill you anyway. Let's see how I'm doing on the status. Bows, 58. About 25% there. The problem with those levels is they're like exponentially... I don't know if it's exponential, but every level you need a little bit more, right? To get to the next level. Get my stamina back before I come into the water here. So we've got Hildir. Man, I found both Heldor and Hildir pretty quickly in this game. And that is not something I was expecting to say. I mean, Haldor I found, like, within an hour or two. Maybe not that early. But, like, within the first few hours of playing the game. He happened to be on my starting island. I got lost pretty quickly. And when I was looking for my original base, so what do I want to get from Hildir? I want to get a Chorin hat, a Chorin cloak, maybe a barber shop, just for, you know, pizzazz. Man, it's so dark. Alright, so, oh, my little lamps went out, or they were just far enough away. So there's actually 3 burial chambers there. I mean, I'm pretty sure that the Vegvazir I found was pointing into that swamp area. But without triangulation, I have no idea. See, that's the first one, I think. Let's not get wraithed up now, shall we? Easier said than done. Especially when the weather's like this. Now this is that little temple that the guys are always hanging out at. Because I'm pretty close. Yeah, see, there's somebody underneath. There's like a Draugr archer or a skeleton archer under the water. Every time I go through there, it's shooting the bottom of my boat. So there's my little swamp base, but I'm going to kind of go around it. You know, the wind just changed to screw me over. Although it's a short distance, so it's not a big deal. But my goal is to come through here. I always like to do this. I like to just turn around this little rock. Head back up this way. And then I am perfectly good for kind of beaching it here. Wonder if I've got any more loot in here, or even in that crypt. How much do I need? So, the Chorin stuff was, I think, about 150 each, so that was 300. The fire pits were 75 each. The fire pits are helpful if you're gonna try and make a base somewhere where it's hard to get ground going, or maybe if you're in a, you know, in a crypt or something. So I can grab the stuff that's money. This is 100 each, right? This is what, 40 or 20? Did I have anything else here that was money? Yeah. A little bit more than I thought, actually. I've got my 11 comfort. So we're going to go buy a couple things from Hildir, and then we will go back to the swamp, maybe kill some things. Wait, you know, before I do that, I don't really have a good directional here, but what I do want to do is capture, well, what do I want to capture, just swap this out for a second, the direction from that crypt of where the Bonemass is. I mean, part of the whole reason I came here was to get the direction of that, just so I can make sure I can capture it for later. And I keep forgetting to capture it. I've been lost, I've been lost for a while. It is pretty tough to do that while you're sailing. I don't think I ever really appreciated that before. So where was it? So right here is where my first crypt was. No Vegvizir. But I can see that I had the north sign. And there is a tower here. This is going to be not, it's like not in a good place for a triangulation, I'd say. But there is a Vegvizir I saw at the top of this tower. Thought about going after it, but you can see it right there. Right above the corner of my boat right there. No, I got the shot on anyway. Alright, so hopefully he doesn't keep coming after me. Now this is where my third one was. That is not, it's not Bonemass, it's just a couple lights. And you would see the large skull head if that were Bonemass. Now what's that up there? Well, there was a big fire up there I saw. What would be making a giant fire at the top of a hill? Is that like a... It's not like a fueling camp at the top of the hill, is it? There's another one of those little crypt places. Not crypt, but altars, I guess. You got this guy running around killing normal creatures. Did I see that? Was there? Yeah, look at that. It's like a bonfire. This is not the backside of my island, is it? It can't be. This cannot be where that swamp was, where I... No, because I took that bonfire down. How could there be a bonfire? That seems too high for a fueling bonfire. I mean, in reality, I gotta be really careful right now. This makes the unknown makes me very nervous in this game, and I don't think that's an unreasonable statement. The hill deer thing was not up on a hill. We can see that there are plains around here. I mean, in this view right here, I've got meadows, black forest, mountains, plains, and swamp. I mean, it's a pretty well biome little area here, isn't it? All right. A lot of starved boar over here. I'm wet, so my stamina regen's a little, unfortunately, not very good. Nor is my aim. All right. So, I'm coming up this hill here. Geez, that is... Or wait, no, that's a... Geez, it is a fueling camp. Those are berserkers. But geez, is he coming after me? Like I said, man, I do not like the unknown. And the fact that there's a fueling camp right there and there may be berserkers chasing me is not high on my list of things that are going to make me happy right now. Now what I might do, even though I said I probably wasn't going to do this, but I am maybe okay. I just gotta be super careful around here, man. I am gonna back in here a little bit towards hill deer. This did not seem too shallow. This is the luckiest grayling ever. I cannot believe. So if that was plains, then that means there could be death mosquitoes around. So yeah, gotta be extra careful. I mean, I know I want the iron pit and some chorin clothes and stuff, but let's not get stupidly killed because of it. But I didn't realize fuelings made camps like up in high hills like that. Alright, let's grab the cash. I'm gonna have to dump a couple things while I'm in here. So I'm gonna drop this and the strawberries. Alright, to start with. So I'm gonna buy... When I'm chorin, I want to do, I'm going to do the tunic, and I'm going to get the, probably the red cap, and I'm going to sell a bunch of this stuff, and buy, am I out of room, or what am I out of? I've just sold it all. Alright, so I can buy some iron pits. But these don't... Oh, they do stack. Nice. Alright, so I got 5 of those, so that's good. Let me take some... Let's take good food. I normally don't do that right now, but... Since I'm going to be poking around a swamp that's near a little bit of plains. See, like right now, I hear a buzzing. I think. I do. And normally I wouldn't have thought twice about going, oh, there's a spawner nearby. But now I'm like, oh, could be a Desquito. Which is a lot bigger of a problem for me. Or, it's not even that, it's a bee. I had to turn that noise off so that I could hear any other buzzing that might be out there. I'm not interested in the honey, I'm interested in the bees. More like for apocalypse bees. Oop, nope, didn't want to do that. Alright. So now let's take a peek. These guys are back again. Not the most efficient way to kill skeletons. But it's good for getting my bow skills up. Only 30 of those left, and then I have to get into the fire arrows, and that's okay. A blob trophy. Oh, I don't think I need that for any reason. And the 29 gold I don't really need for any reason. Oh, jeez. Well, I wasn't planning on that. But, if he comes after me, why not? Can always use those cores. It would be kind of funny to like bring him towards Hildir and then just keep like stepping in. He runs away. I come back, you know, kind of lure him in. Although sometimes when he gets on fire like this, he runs away. Not that I can blame him that much. It just makes it a little difficult to follow him, right? So he's a little over halfway already. It's not bad. Thanks to Eikthyr, I've got some running I can do. It still feels like he's pretty close to me. Alright, he just turned around. I'm not used to this whole fire arrow thing against these abominations. All of my earlier practicing was actually hand-to-hand combat with them. I feel much more comfortable from a familiarity standpoint fighting them hand-to-hand. But I'm also more familiar with dying from doing that, so I'm not sure how much good comfort does there. I mean, ideally he'll come out after me, and then I can finish him off out there instead of in here. Yeah. Is he dead? No. I feel like he should be very close. There we go. I'm gonna need to clear some stuff out. I don't need these. Bunch of leeches. Never a bad time to get blood bags. So we got guck I'm gonna have to pick up. I definitely don't need boar stuff. Boars and cores is what I'm getting here. I can't get the blood bags yet, nor do I kind of want to, because I've got some guys that are wanting to pay me a little visit here. And I know they're not the only ones. What can I get rid of? I don't care about the money compared to everything else here. Alright, was not expecting to fight an A-bomb there, but I'm perfectly happy with that result. I do have an abomination trophy. I'm definitely going to clear up some room for that. I think I'm going to dump the bees. Now I can make sticky fishing bait. Alright, that was actually a really nice accident. So now let's go back to looking for the bone mass. I hate looking for bone mass from just, you know, kind of one direction. Luckily this area is kind of small because of that hill right there that the planes are on, which I need to remind myself of. You moved. Alright. I don't get too cocky here. Alright. The swamp is a little... I see normal trees. I'm pretty sure, at the moment, that Bonemass is not in this little bit of swamp. He could be over there a little bit further. I only have like 15 seconds of my rested bonus, and I am not going to be caught running around a swamp without a rested bonus. There's a little bit more swamp farther down. Could be in there. It looks like it's getting a little dark. One of my questions is if I were to take my boat down through here, I thought that was a little high. That doesn't go through, but that might go through there to that water, and then I could cut back over. It's not a bad idea. I don't... You little son of a gun. You too. I'm sure you were complacent in that. Yeah, not bad. Okay, so I'm paddling up. Got some more guck. Some more roots. An abomination trophy, which I can make some bait with. I should probably do that second of 3 crypts. I've done number 1 and number 3 right in a row. I'm gonna need the iron ore eventually. Too bad there's no boat skills. He didn't die. And he's like, I've said it before, I'll say it again. He's the luckiest grayling ever. Now let's make sure that there's no wraiths that are going to be coming out at me from the swamp. Head back to the little local base. The little home away from home. What's the hotel chain they call the home away from home? Is that like Motel 6? No, that's We'll Leave the Lights On for you. What's the home away from home? Is that like a Hyatt or a Hilton or something? Oh. Man, I just swear I heard an abomination. It's kind of dark. It's not always so good for my old eyes. Alright, it's not too much further. The swamp will end right here. And then my base, I'm still going to call it Motel 6. It's going to be right around the corner. Oh. As long as I don't go running into the swamp first by accident. And even if I don't run into the swamp, there's still the issue of the wraiths, right? I have been on my boat too close to a swamp and died from a wraith. Now, if this were a normal run, that's not the end of the world. But when you're doing permadeath, there he is. There's that SOB that keeps shooting at me. Every time. Alright, we'll do our little loop around so we're pointing the right way in the morning. And I wonder if I should end up creating another base camp over yonder. Uh-oh. There's always this little bit of land right here I forget about. I need to dredge that one of these days. Let's warm up by the fire, boys. I'll leave the choring. I need another chest here. Every time I come here, I end up having to, like, figure out what I'm leaving and what I'm keeping and blah, blah, blah. Which I actually did that once. Oh, actually, looks like I did that. Okay. So, you're staying here. I bought the hat. Did I accidentally throw away the hat? Thinking it was something else? I think I must have. Oh, I'd have to go back and see what happened there. Anyway, I'm low on arrows. I'm gonna have to make some more. I don't have any wood on me. Not that there's not like a ton around. Actually, I have some more here. The roots I'll leave here. This is all stuff I'm probably going to end up getting more of. I'm going to leave this in here for now because I'm not going to be using it. Just going straight good food. I should have some resin in here. I don't think I have any feathers. I had resin, but I think I got rid of it. I brought it with me, then I got rid of it. So I don't have resin. I don't have feathers. So I can't make more fire arrows at the moment, but I think I have another hundo on the boat. I can't believe I just said the word hundo. Okay, so that's stuff I might collect at a swamp. And I need to repair everything I got. And now let's go explore that, well, now it's kind of the decision. Do I go for more ore, iron ore, or do I keep my laser focus on bone mass and only get the ore later if I decide I need more? Alright. I think that's okay. It was only a little bit of damage. So, yeah, we're still going to stick with the hunt for bone mass. Or something I can triangulate a little better with. There is that Vegvizir on that little stone tower up ahead. But I think that's pointing in the same direction as the other Vegvizir I found. Right? So if it's pointing right at that Vegvizir, who's doing that? One of these days, during the day, I'm gonna have to look at who it is that's down there shooting my boat and kill him. It's getting really annoying. If the things were at different angles, even slight angles, I might be more inclined to go in there and do it. But if it's really gonna be like just pointing at the other Vegvizir, which means it's gonna be pointing through it, it still just ends up being a line. Although maybe there's a little difference here. Maybe there is a little difference because the other one's kind of around the corner. Yeah, you know, I think I might do this. I'm going to slow up a bit. I'm always concerned when these guys look a little more green than normal. See, that shot should have killed him, but it didn't, right? Because he's a 1-star, I'm sure. Yeah. Alright. I'm gonna grab those extra 100 arrows. Nothing in there I really need. But I probably should. Come at this from a slightly different angle. which is what I normally do. Even get a little bit of wind just to get my little bit of momentum. Go back to single. And then kind of Tokyo drift. Let's see if I make it. The whole goal is just to, be able to get out of dodge pretty quickly. I'm having to mess around in the water by leeches. So I'm gonna do that. And those guys hit like hammers anyway. If I got hit right now by one, I'm not even sure I would live. Because they are tough little buggers. There's nothing to repair. There is a spawner in there. So I'm not even sure at this point, like, if shooting these guys would help. Killing the leeches never hurts. Because who knows if you're going to step in the water. I don't like that I'm so low having to shoot at the spawner. I'm either hitting it or I'm like a split pixel too short. I don't think I was hitting it. Get a little higher on here, maybe? Alright, I think I might have died. That one might have, anyway. I think there's usually more than one. Let's switch over to these. Now there's more guys over there. The first time I played this game, I did not appreciate how important the hoe was in the swamp. I just ran around jumping everywhere. Kind of stupid, really. Okay. Now is when I gotta be careful. Sometimes these guys come right out on the ground and get you, man. Now that may be all, but I'm not entirely sure, so let's be careful. So far, so good. Okay, there should be a Veg Vizier for Bonemass, yeah. So I'm going to get my direction on. They're saying already added. And it's heading in that direction. I think it's pretty safe to say it's the same direction. Now I'm not sure if it is actually pointing at that other one because it's around the corner. But I'm going to say that's the direction. Oops. Alright. So I can get out of here. Because I have that info now. And before I do that, I'm actually put it down here though. Alright. See, it's funny, that little bit of time right there is going to throw me off a little bit. That's pointing south. And the other one's pointing south, pretty much. If they're both pointing in the same direction, that told me nothing. We can try and find our way through that little river by Hildir to the other side. Yeah, so here's that same direction. Pointing south, I think. I have it down as south. I don't know if that's really right or not. I'm going to kind of kite this a little bit so I can get some wind. There's that altar, which means right around here there is the river, which I should probably be paddling down anyway. It's not very long. It goes right by Hildir. There's actually, this is like an area where you can see meadows, swamps, plains, black forest, like pretty much all of them except the Mistlands in the exact same place. At least I hope that's meadows right there. This is the Grey Dwarf I keep running over with my boat. And he just keeps coming after me. What's his health at? I can't tell. Alright, never mind. Let's stay focused. The time is getting a little late in the day for fooling around like this too much. I might have to make a little temporary base somewhere. But it's not that bad. There's trees everywhere. I chop a couple down. One stack, I think I can actually convert one of these little meadows huts. And right ahead, you get to see Hildir. Hello, sir. How you doing? Working like a sicko. I puked on laundry. At first, I thought that's what you said, what you were saying, but it's actually your name. And there's like a, just so you know, there's like a 30-second lag. It's the only way I could get good quality video streaming. I'm not doing it like for any other stupid reason. So if you say something, and it seems like it's taken me a while to respond, that's why. Now there are some rocks here. Are you a Valheim player? This is going to be not good to get my boat through. Might get lucky on the tides. My best bet is probably like right through here. And it does not seem like it's going to be a very good option. I'll take some damage, but maybe I'll make it. Oh. Slide between these little boys. Little hit here. That's alright. How's my boat doing? Oh, it's about half. That's not good. And that looks like... Is that plains right there? Those look like plains rocks. And I really was trying to avoid plains. I'm not set up for, like, death skeetos or anything. I just wanted to check out this last little bit of swamp. Well, you know, this is actually that same area. Well, maybe I can get a direction from here. Where I can figure out which direction she's in, right? I'll know which direction south is once the sun goes down a little further. And maybe I'll chop a couple trees down and make a little base right here. This thing's gonna crunch me. Now, even though this is no map, no portal, no death, permadeath, hardcore combat, I am giving myself 3x resources because I didn't feel like spending all of my time, because I don't have a lot of time, like mining and farming and stuff. I'll grab some more feathers in case I want to make some more fire arrows. How much wood do I have on me? 33, almost enough. Probably need a couple rocks too for a fire. Alright, I should have time to mess around with those guys. I mean, technically I have time, but why would I want to? Alright, do I convert this? Or do I just make a little shack? I'm gonna, like, kinda convert it. Just because, you know, and I always friggin' forget to bring iron so I can make a stone cutter. Well, let's do it. Okay. Wait, this is, actually, before I do anything, let's get the direction of the, what I believe is the Bonemass. Will be that way. Alright. Because he did not appear to be in the swamp here. And now I can... gussy this up real quick. Give him here. Let's get a bed down. Build a little fire. Maybe like right here. No, it's too close. Here. Doesn't look like it's gonna rain. So let's make a... Actually, let's get a door first. Terrible spot. Let's go like right here. I like one under his armpit. Alright, so... Oh, there was another one over here. Alright. So now we need walls real quick. Don't need a lot of space. Let's make this like nice and level. And we'll go 45s. Why not? 3. That was off. Oh, she's out of wood already? Huh. I thought I had enough. Obviously I thought I had enough, or I wouldn't be surprised. don't need too much more. Grabbing these guys, what they drop should be enough. Alright. One more bit of roof here. That should be good enough. So now, the question is really around like what's the fastest way to get from my original base to over here? Because this almost looks like it's pointing right at big ass mountain over there. And because I feel like I went very north from my starting base, and then I kind of went east and kind of northeast a bunch, and then I feel like I've hooked down around to the south side of this island, and I'm wondering if there's a more direct way to get there from my original base. What's up, Mr. Trollman? But of course, when I'm going to go exploring on the ocean, it's going to be foggy. So stupid. You turn the wind down and it blows you backwards a little bit, which takes me out of the wind range. See, it's interesting. This exploration like this is where you start like potentially getting really lost. Like I'm kind of following a bunch of weird landmarks and stuff. But the reality is, like once I'm at Big Ass Mountain, am I going to know the way back? I don't know. I can't see anything. I mean, is that my fault for... I think this is going to be... Yeah, there's Big Ass Mountain up there. One little piece of advice. You can always pull a carb. So it looks like there's more swamp over here. This is a good sign. It is I went a little bit right of Big Ass Mountain, but I can't really approach it too well. Until this fog clears, man. I'm already even a little bit closer than I might normally want to be when I'm first getting here. Like if it were dark or something. Kind of headed east right now, right? Which means I did kind of come south. I don't want to... See, ideally what I would do right now... see, there's a... I don't know if that's an abomination route or not, but... Oh, nice. Fog looks like it's finally starting to lift. See, I came from over there somewhere. Do I see bone? Wait, oh! No, it's just a big tree. Tree trunk. If Bonemass were in here, man, I'd be so happy. Is this plains or meadows? The fact that oh, hey, Yaglith! That's a solid find right there. I didn't want to find planes because I don't want to die from a death skeeto or something. But finding the Yaglith fight site, that's huge. Alright, that made this entire trip worth it. Except for it's freaking foggy again. Oh, I can't believe I stumbled on the Yaglith. A lot of people spend like ages trying to find a Yaglith site. And you know what? I think the first time I played solo, I got lucky and pretty quickly found a Vegvazir for Yaglith. And then the other time, different game I'm playing right now, that's a no map, no portal hardcore. I wonder if that's a motor mountain. That's a big mountain. I stumbled upon Yaglith as well. Now I'm under what's probably the very false assumption that I should be able to see the Bonemass site if it is indeed in here. I'm seeing like, you know, stones, like those like little reading stones. I forget what they're called. I don't know, sigil stones? I'm not even sure what the name of those things are. Oh, there it is. There's the Bonemass site. I see the teeth. Ha ha ha. Leeches, you don't want to mess with me right now. It was right back there. The spot that I saw that, like, big trunk is not it, but it's actually right behind it. You can see it right now, right where the under my crossbar is. That's definitely it. So now I'm going to need to figure out, like, what's the best way. Oh, you know, it's interesting. This far away, you can't see it, huh? See right there, you can see the teeth sticking up. Beautiful. Boy, the Yaglith site and the Bonemass site are like walking distance. I mean, if you don't mind walking in the swamp and stuff, but you know what I mean. Like, they're not far at all. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not about to go fight Yaglith right now, but I don't see any Draugr or anybody else that's super concerning. I guess there's a leech, not a leech, a blob. So I'm gonna take this just because I don't feel like having to worry about getting poisoned. Okay. Alright, you're fine. And let's kill the leeches, so at a minimum I don't want them killing my boat. Alright. There's that noise that I always associate with a spawning, you see it? See it right there. Now there's going to be a lot of preparation I'm going to have to do to this site before I'm going to be going in here. Actually, you know, it's not going to be too bad because I'm not going to be doing the whole, like, run around and actually try to fight them thing. Some spawners back there. I'm going to want to kill those. But that's almost just to help make the whole, like, going back and forth between here and there a little easier. Alright, I'm really excited that I found that. was a terrible shot. That was so bad he didn't even know I was shooting at him. Okay, let's stay on target for now. Oh, yeah, there it is. Ooh, hey, let's not fall in there. See, the goal, the plan, well, number one is not run around like an idiot, right? And die, but this guy needs a good, better dental plan. This is the first thing, right? But I'm going to be bringing in a crap ton. Oh, there's another little, you know, it does seem like there are usually crypts close to his head. Anyway. But what I'm going to do is actually build a stone base up on his head. He can't reach it. And he doesn't really have a distance attack. So I get up there, I launch him, climb up, and then just shoot him. And I don't know if any way that seems like cheating, but I don't care. Because this is a no death, no map, no portal, hardcore combat run. And so... Uh-oh, I'm not rested anymore? Okay. Well, that means I'm not getting extra experience for that. And I think what I'm going to do, and need to do anyway, it's time to kind of find my way back to where I was, and then work my way back. See, when it was a little lighter out, it's really cloudy, I had a good view kind of the mountains and the scape over there. I came pretty much straight south. This is kind of, I'm going north, west just a little bit. You know what I also need to do? I have to remember the next time when I'm close to my little camp over there, I need to repair my boat. I forgot to do that last time. You know, I didn't really leave a marker there. I probably should have done that. That's alright. I won't forget. Famous last words, right? It's exactly what I said about Heldor when I found him, like, on day 3 of the game. I was like, I won't forget where he is. It takes weeks to find him normally. Just happen to get lucky, find him. Then what happens? I completely can't find him again for like another 2 weeks. Now this is the little area I was in, right? This is where my little base was. Might be sleepable already. Sleep, take the river up, head back. I still think there's probably some way that way to get to my home base, but I haven't really mapped this stuff out very well island-wise. I'm terrible at that kind of stuff. If you stick around and you see when I get back to my base, my main base, you'll see the map that I made for my own island. It's like an in-game Excel spreadsheet. Probably pretty unnecessary, but overall it was kind of fun. If dorky things like that can be considered fun for you guys. Just for me, though. There she is. There's Hildir. And she pointed off in that direction for what I'm assuming is the closest of the Hildir, you know, things. I'm very specifically not going to care about doing anything Hildir in this game. I did do all of it in my, you know, original solo playing with a map type game. Oh. And that was all fun and whatnot. I don't like him there. I'm going to kill him. Not that I have any, you know, beef with him necessarily, but when you can stagger him like that, that's nice. Gotta get those headshots. Yeah. See, when you can take a troll down with just a few shots, oh, I can get some gold from him, maybe. Maybe I'll have enough to buy that frickin' hat back that I must have thrown away by accident. How much gold do I have? 78? Nah. Pity. Pity. Maybe I'll take a little peek around, though. Where would I have thrown it away? Because I swear I bought both of them. Oh, I'm not rested, am I? That's the problem. Yeah, well. Let's get rested. Let's take a couple minutes just to go see if I can find that hat. I hate to waste 150 gold. I should be, am I not getting my... I'm resting. Okay, it says. Oh, this is why I'm not resting. These guys and their little jerky running motions. Alright, now I should be able to get my rested bonus in. Not a big one, but it's something. Do I have any other fire arrows on me? Troll hide? If I keep that, it's for the obliterator. Get some free coal. Alright. Alright. Okay. Did I throw out my hat when I was here? No. If I did, it despawned on me. Now, I did come... A lot of boar and deer and stuff around here. Oh. I got terrified for a second there that there was actually a lox. I forgot that's what those are. There was a bee in there, so I know I'm in the right direction. That looks like a 1-star, maybe. I came over here. I think I killed some stuff. And then I want... Ooh, hey, he's the 1-star. Yeah. Just didn't have the stamina there. Speaking of which, let's get us some stamina. Alright. And so now I can probably kill him with... Oh, unless I do a terrible shot like that. Yeah. Now there's... The guy over there seemed aggroed on something. I get that leech. Come on, buddy. Peek your head out. Ah. Alright. Oh, look at this leech. It's gonna come up on the ground. Okay, I ran out of my non-flaming arrows. This is where that guy I just killed was. I gotta be a little careful though, because there was like an aggroed 1-star melee guy running around. Oh, wait. Another, can't believe he spawned again already. Well, if I can get the roots in the gut, then so be it. I just hope that 1-star guy doesn't come running in and kind of throw a little wrench in the whole thing here, right? You running away? You running away? If you do, you're going to be taking some damage. Jeez. Now I wouldn't give him to have a like a stag breaker right there and just start smashing him. That was a lot of leeches right there. Did he really go so far? I can't. Nice. Make sure I'm not standing in the water. I want to make sure I have enough stamina to turn around and run if I need to. He's about halfway. I say if I need to, as if there's a chance that I'm not going to need to. Alright. Now he's been like not super following me. He keeps doing this. It's a little bit annoying. I wish he would just come after me. I'm gonna be cold pretty soon. That's part of the problem. It's too bad I didn't bring stuff for a bonfire. Is he actually gonna come after me this time? No. Cold here shouldn't be too bad. What is it like? I mean, it could be wraiths. So I gotta be careful about the wraiths. Now, why is he going out in the water for? Are you kidding me? The whole reason I'm killing him is to try and get cores, and I'm not going to get those if he dies out in the water. What the hell, man? Is he coming back? Maybe I can kind of convince him to come after me again. I keep an eye out for those wraiths. What he's doing is kind of running around in stupid circles. There you go. Come home. Come to daddy. Get out of the water, man. Is he going to die from the fire residual? No. He's pretty close to the shore. Alright. The thing is, I'm not going after that at night. But there better be a lot of sparkles there in the morning. So I can get me some guck, some roots. It'll make me some armor. Let's get some rest. I just wanted the hat. I didn't want to turn this into a big thing. I don't want to have to go fighting abominations. Hey, poisonous couscous. Poisonous couscous? Poisonous couscous? Just so you know, there's a little bit of lag. How you doing? Poisonous couscous. Alright. I'm rested, not super rested. Rested enough. Alright, where's all my sparkles? I don't care about those bones. I hope it didn't all despawn. That would be really upsetting. No, it's over there, okay. But man, there's a lot of leeches in here, huh? Wish I didn't have I should have made some arrows. Shooting fire arrows into the water will kill them, but it takes a little time. I don't really need to kill them, but if I don't, they'll follow me, and it becomes a little bit more of a pain. There's another one there, too. Like right there. Now it's time for my best friend, the hoe. Now my wife probably wouldn't understand what I was just saying right there. Out of context, that would sound like a very bad thing. Me saying my best friend, the hoe. I should have room for stuff, right? Gotta get rid of those. Another abomination trophy, alright. Whoa, what's that? There's a leech! Oh, I can't believe that didn't kill me. Man, I just got so lucky. Why did I go running into the water without testing it out first? So stupid. My game was just almost very close to being dead. Why? Because I was trying to be fancy. I don't need the rocks. Get the trophy so I can make some bait. Oh, that frightened the crap out of me. Yeah, my heart rate's going right now. Okay. Well, I have no hat that I'm aware of. Never found the hat, but I ended up with another 15 roots, 19 guck. Screw the birds. So let's, I have to go back to my other camp. Oh, you stay. Nothing else, okay. Back out, we'll go up the river, go around this island, get to my other camp, Motel 6. This is more like the Motel 6. I'm going to call the other one the Hilton. Oh, no. So now I want to go forward like this. The wind will pick it up, throw me to the side for a second. Alright, Bonemass is located. Yaglith is located. They're practically neighbors. That actually happened to me in my first solo game. Yaglith and the Queen and the Mistlands were right next to each other. Now this is where it got a little dicey coming through here the first time. And it's going to be even worse. Oh, geez, you know what I forgot to do? I might even try and do it right now here on this tiny little island. I don't know if I'm so close to the swamps that there's going to be leeches in this water. I don't see any. Are you kidding me? I need to repair my boat. Let's see if I'm close enough to the workbench. Alright, yeah. Okay, now I feel like I can continue. That was not good. Especially because I know there's that one spot underwater near the swamps where there's the frickin' I can't see the rocks. Where there's that, like, it's either a Draugr archer or a skeleton archer under the water who just sits there and shoots up at my boat every time. Well, this felt like it was, oh, it's here's the problem. I have to basically... Oh, maybe I could have actually gone over there. See if I can get off this rock. Remember last time, there was some reason I felt like I had to... Like... Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? I'm gonna hit it again. Son of a gun. Now maybe if I rotate right here. The problem is there's no tide to kind of help me over it. But maybe I can use the wind to my advantage. Alright. That was a little stupider than I thought it would be, but it didn't end up being too bad. Oh, man, I did not see that rock. Alright. So, let's say hi to Hill Deer. That bow's actually getting out a little bit. Now, up at the top of that hill, man. Fueling village. Never seen anything like it. Like what seems to be like a peaceful little meadows on one side and some swamp on the other side. No, it's just even meadows on the other side. Maybe there's a little bit of swamp on one corner, but the fact that there would be a tiny little plains right up at the top of like a, not quite a mountain, but like a pretty large hill. Never seen anything like it. See, this is the one where there's meadows on this side, black forest there. You've got mountain, you've got plains, you've got swamp. I'm gonna call this area, what's like the international like focal point where everything comes in and out of it? Like JFK? JFK Airport? I'll call that JFK. But I think also, I may not always, you know, I was saying how I wanted to find a way from that Bonemass site to my home base. And I don't know if I'll get that, but I'm pretty sure I don't need to always come up and around this island. I can go south and around the island on the south side from my other base. Full sail. Of course. Well, I'm glad I healed up my boat, because who knows if this weather's gonna beat the snot out of me. Sea serpents or whatever. I have a, and I don't know if this is a knock on wood thing. I don't think I've seen a sea serpent yet in this entire game, and I've been sailing a lot of ocean. So, no meat, which that's the downside, right? I've already got the cooking station, so I can cook the serpent meat, make a serpent stew, 85 health. Who doesn't want that, right? But no serpents. I mean, maybe one of these days I'll go out and stuff. I've got the harpoon. I can drag it to shore if I need to. But no serpent. So up around the bend is where we get to the motels, no, the Hilton. No, I'm not going to call it a Hilton. I'm going to call it a Marriott Residence Inn. It's about the quality of a residence inn. I spent a lot of time in residence inns over the years. And my little piece of crap base over here is about that same quality. And I'm going to come at this one a little bit different than I normally do. This deer spawns over here a lot. I've seen him get killed by like Draugr a bunch of times, or leeches. Or me. Yeah, see, there's the leech. Told you. Alright, I don't really have good wind, but what I can do is get to my residence inn, get my stuff, because I've got some more roots, some more guck, I think. Get all ready to make me a Draugr Fang as soon as I can get some silver. Oh, look at this! Look at this timing. You don't feel rested anymore. Well, I will once I get into my little hotel. Alright, now I can get rested. It's a pretty good comfort bonus in this place. I mean, it's not so bad. Okay, for a second there I was getting afraid that I didn't have the things that I thought that I had. I want to take this. I'll leave the gold. I want to take these. I don't need that one thing there. I am going to repair. Make some more wood arrows. I have no room. I will in a second. I should be able to make 60. Definitely got to repair this because my bow's almost dead. Nothing in there, nothing in there. Some, okay food and whatnot. I may, this is 50. I don't care about this stuff. 50's not too bad. Nothing I want in here. There's some fine wood, bunch of woods really. Nothing here, nothing here. Just triple checking. Alright. I'm headed back so I can even get more if I have room on the boat. I'm not sure if I do. The food I want to keep on here. So I do have 3 stacks. So let's grab, I don't know, maybe I'll grab the fine wood. Jerky. Gold. Will arrows be effective against Bonemass on hardcore? They are, but not a ton. The only arrows that actually work well against Bonemass are frost arrows. He's actually vulnerable to frost, so they do like he's like resistant to everything. He's resistant to pierce, so the pierce part of your arrows are always screwed. But because he's vulnerable to frost, you can do a bunch of damage with frost. But my thinking is twofold for why I'm probably not going to have any frost arrows when I go up against Bonemass. Number one, I'll have to go to the mountains, and I'm trying to hold off on that because if I'm being perfectly honest, I'm probably going to die pretty quickly, and my game will be over. The wolves are just brutal. Even the speedrunners dudes have always said that the hardest part of the entire game to not die is the mountains, and it's because of the wolves. They're just awful. And so, nope, no crafting stuff. Let me push off. That's the first thing. And then the other part is I just don't really need to worry about it too much because I'm gonna have I'm gonna put that thing above his head. I'm gonna make like a stone house almost with windows that I can shoot out at. He can't hide, right? It's not like he's gonna be able to. I think I can make it to Noiru. I'm gonna go for Noiru. So he can't really hide. He's too big. So I'll be able to hit him non-stop. There's nowhere for him to hide. Any of the other creatures that might spawn and he can't get to me, right? Because he's got like kind of a whack, but it's not high. It doesn't go as high as the top of that stone skull head. And he has his little poison like blowout that he does, but again, that doesn't go high enough. I'll make it a little good vertical size. So I'll probably just use wooden arrows. And I have a tool calculator that I built that's pretty darn accurate. And so if I look at Bonemass, and he's got 5,000 hit points in hardcore mode. Make sure I don't hit these things. So I've got another little base right down this channel right there as well. But let me get around this rock. He's got 5,000 hit points, and if I'm using a Huntsman bow, level 4. Oh, this is the wrong tool, isn't it? Let me make this left here before I get stranded on some island like Tom Cruise. Not Tom Cruise, Tom Hanks. Still can't see super great, but this is a little bay there, so I'm going to be coming out the other side. It was actually probably going all right. So the, I don't want Painheim, I want Soloheim. Okay, Huntsman level bow, level 4 bow, Bonemass. I'll be using probably, well, you know, maybe I should, if he's resistant to pierce, I have to see if, like, I know frost I'm probably not going to have. If I do fire arrows with a level 60 bow, I will be doing 11 to 14 damage with the fire arrow against the guy with 5,000 hit points, which means I'm going to have to hit him 500 plus times to kill him. Maybe I will end up going to the mountains. That's a lot of arrows. If I use a wood arrow, I gotta look at some of the other arrows. Wood arrow would do 9 to 12. It's even worse. Flint head arrow, 10 to 13. Iron head arrow, 13 to 15. So that's a little bit better, but you're still looking for 5,000 hit points? That's still a lot of arrows. So that would be an average of 14. So 100 arrows would do 1,400. I think it's pretty straightforward math there. So 300 arrows would do 4,200. And then you need another 800 at 14 each. Works out to like, what, 70 arrows or something? 65 arrows? So you're talking 370 arrows. And that's if you use iron head arrows. And I'm not sure how much iron you need in iron head arrows. Now, if I were to use frost arrows, see, this is where the calculation gets interesting, right? If I use frost arrows, it's 65 to 67. So 65 to 67 reduces the number of arrows I need to hit to under 100. All right, yeah. Becomes like 85 or something, right? So 85 versus like 380 or something. I mean, I could do large amounts of prep, right? All right, I think that's Noir over here. I'm going to spend the night there. I don't know if you can see it. There's a little island that I'm heading straight for. That's kind of my little escape island. I don't know. What do I name them? Oh, this is Noirs. It's the world's smallest island nation state. So I named my little thing after it. So, my little island nation. I could try and set it up where I can just use regular arrows. That's like almost 400 arrows. That's would be very, 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 very tedious. That's almost so long. The other thing you need to consider is he does heal slowly. Now, he won't heal up all the way. I'll still be doing more damage to him, but I'll also have to make sure I've got, like, you know, several hundred arrows built up top. I'll need to make sure that I've got a forge that I can repair my I'm out of wood? Did I not bring wood? Leave wood? I always Always try and leave a little wood. But it almost makes it feel like going into the mountains would be worth it, right? That's a lot of arrows if I just go without frost. Because in the mountains, one frost gland from a drake is worth 20 frost arrows. And I don't think you need anything else for that. I'm not entirely sure about that, though. But is there anything else here I need to bring back? I should check while I'm here. No. Not really. I actually can use the strawberries and blueberries, but that's not enough of them to even make it worth it. Alright, so I can't... The hell direction did I come from? I came from over there, okay. Straight ahead. So if I kill 5 or 6 drakes, that's enough to make 120 frost arrows. 2 parts to that. Number 1, I mean, way less arrows. I'm not going to hit him with every arrow, right? So let's say I hit him 2/3 of the time. If I have 100 arrows, 2/3 is around 65. So if it's 65 times 65, puts me around 3,700, I think. Somewhere between 36 and 3,800. Which means I still have 1,200 to go. So I want to make sure that I still had probably still another 200-300 wood arrows just in case. Hopefully I wouldn't need to use very many of them, but geez, you asked that question and I swear in my mind I had already worked out that I was going to just use regular wood arrows or whatever. But if they're doing like 12 damage and he's got 5,000, I'm not going to be shooting 500-600 arrows at him. And I'll be missing a lot of those too, right? I probably need to have like almost 1,000 arrows up there. That would suck. So this is where I fought Elder. That was a big fish. I'm going to keep going this way just so I can keep the wind at my back. Might need to course correct when I get to the end a little bit, but that's okay. Yep, there's my Elder site. And you can see all these little stone pillars sticking up that I built. Not the big ones, but the little ones. That was for when he was shooting his roots at me. I could dodge, get behind him, and not get hit. Alright, now I think that island there may be Madagascar. What I've named Madagascar. That's the island. If I successfully beat Bonemass, I am going to take over that island, cut down a lot of those trees, build some big fat stone walls, maybe a moat, because I'm not going to build walls all the way around, but I do want to raid proof it pretty well. And maybe outside of the outside of the walls I could put, you know, some of my equipment, farm, all that kind of stuff. But when you're doing 3x resources, stuff multiplies so fast. You get so many seeds. Like I got one seed from, or one plant. I found one plant of turnips in the Black Forest, right? You take one plant, instead of getting, you know, 3 seeds out of it, which is what you would normally get, I got 9. Right, so I go back, I plant the 9 seeds, and up pops 27 turnips. So I take those 27 turnips, and I plant those all, and those each make 9 as well, right? And so that works out to what, like 233 turnips seeds or whatever after like 2 cycles. I mean, that's so fast. All right, there is Valheim. It kind of looks like it's floating from here, but it's not. Although that would be a great base if you just like found somewhere in the ocean where it was shallow enough you could put down like just one piece of core wood or something, iron, whatever, and then just build like one of those almost like the glass bottom, bungalows they have in the Caribbean or whatever. That would be great. This, not so pretty. Now, if I do spend time in the mountains, in addition to the drakes, may end up having to fight a stone golem. Not real excited about that, but it does give you the glass. Although I think that's easier to get in the frost caves, just by chipping it off the walls. Let's park. And maybe I'll make my root armor now. I already have 15 roots inside. Yeah, that's my world's greatest park job here, huh? Okay, I did get past it. Let's bring it on in. Pull it up a little bit so I don't have to worry about the back end getting stuck. Alright. Well, first let's drop off the junk that I have on me. The bees, here's my little smelting operation. I could eat another bite. Now that I'm back, I can actually eat some crap food. Let's eat carrot soup. We'll even eat one of these things and maybe a deer thing. Now, anybody who plays, do you remember if you're going to make a fish taco later in the game? Or whatever they call them. They're basically fish tacos, right? Do you need raw fish for those, or is the fish cooked? I can't remember. I've been kind of holding on to those fish that I cooked in the beginning and never used, just in case. Booty chest. Wood chest. Swamp chest. Food chest for stuff that I'm probably not going to eat anytime soon. More wood chest. I don't need the fine wood. The jerky can go down in the jerky chest. Feathers go in the arrow making chest. Man, I got really low on arrows, didn't I? And the iron pit. That's an interesting one. Where to categorize that for to go? That for to go, because that made sense. I'll put them in here for now. Now let's get the loot off the boat and start making some armor. And also some bait. I do not want to leave out the fact that I got enough abomination trophies that I can use one instead of hanging it up. Guck I'll take. This. Roots, of course. The fishing pole will stay. I'll leave a little bit of food on here. The mushrooms will come in. This will come in. Get a little bit of wood for emergency purposes. And then let's go build stuff. And we already got... Where did I put those roots that I had before? Did I put those in the swamp chest? Yeah, okay. They should be in here, I think, really. But these need to go in the swamp chest. Get to make more sausages, ooze bombs, all kinds of good stuff. I don't need all these bones. That was kind of an accident. Let's make some sticky fishing bait so I can fish when I'm in the swamp. The abomination trophy really does need to be hung up. I'm going to put it down here for now. But that needs to be hung up. Choring clothes. I'll put those here for now. The fishing bait, okay. Stamina potions, I think, yeah. Needed to make some stamina pots. I need to make more stamina pots. Yellow mushrooms will go in this one. Honey is all full for 2 chests worth. You can see I got a lot of bees out there. Cooked fish. Okay, good. Thank you. Sorry. I asked the question, then I didn't look at the chat. That's good to know. I got a lot more cooking I need to do, or fishing I need to do anyway. First time I played, I got the fishing hat, where you catch everything. Although, oddly, I never got the Fenring trophy, so I never made mountain bait. But I did find, which apparently is pretty rare, one of those mountain caves with the lake in it. And I say lake, but it was like tiny. And the Tetris fish just jumped a lot. So I just went in the water with them and everyone spammed E, and every once in a while I caught one. Okay, armor. Root harness. 10 roots, 10 ancient bark, and 2 deer hides. Okay. Well, you know, I left them over here. I said they need to be over here, but doesn't really, does it? You know what I could do? I wouldn't normally ever wear the full set of root armor. Too dangerous. Your armor drops by like 40 compared to what I've got now. But when I'm up in that little thing shooting down at the Bonemass, I could make all 3 of those, put them on, and get a plus 15 to my my bow skills. I don't know if that would really make a huge difference or not, but something to think about. Maybe I will make one of each just to see. Root leggings, 10-10-2, same thing. What does the root mask take? 10-10-4. So I'm going to need another 20 of these to make both. I'll need another 20 of the wood. I was going to need 2 more hides and what was it, 4 scraps. And I should have one of each. Root leggings and a root mask. And now I have one of each. Like I said, I don't plan on wearing them, but if I do put them on, just want to confirm there's no like root cape or something. So all 3 are on. Oh, okay. My bow is now at 75. And what does that change? So if I have a frost arrow that does 65 to 67, and I up my bow level to 75, it only does 65 to 68. So it fundamentally makes no difference whatsoever in the damage, even going up those 15 levels. But the stamina drop is huge. and the speed that you draw, which I think is related to, right? You're using up stamina when you draw the bow, and if it takes you a long time, you're still using it, but when you're like going boom, 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 you get a lot more shots without having to wait. It's not monstrous probably when there's not a big rush if I'm sitting up on top of Bonemass, but it's nice to consider that I could do that when I go up there and make things go a little bit quicker. I almost want to put these on and just go take a bunch of shots. See how long it takes me to fire. I've got 60 arrows here, right? Yeah, no reason to be too scientific about it. So I did mention before, I don't know if you saw it when I was running by, but I did start creating a like Excel type map. This was all because of Haldor. I found him, then I couldn't find him again. And so I've got this like kind of north-south axis here, and then I've got what's kind of the east-west. So I picked kind of a random origin, like right here, this would be 0, 0. Because I knew that it was off in this direction somewhere. I knew I was on the east side of the base, and I didn't want to start at 0 and just have everything be offset from there. So I picked a random spot. And then each one of these blocks is a 20-second walk. And then I just say, what biome am I in at this point, right? So I made, all of these have roads. Everywhere you see a letter, there's a road traveling. Now, there isn't necessarily a road between every one of them, but M is meadow, black forest, ocean, mountain, swamp over there. And so there was, this was where I've got a directional to the Elder. And I got a couple of those, and ultimately I did end up finding Haldor. And I was way off. I thought he was down here, and then I end up finding him up here. So, anyway, that's my Excel map. That's weird thinking like I wanted to play with no map, and I ended up making one. And then over here is my sundial. It doesn't work very well. The trees kind of get in the way a little bit. And I'm not exactly sure how to measure the time. But it was fun to put together anyway. If I could find a better spot that had a little more light. I kind of know the sun comes up at like 3:30 in the morning, goes down at like 10:30. So the hours are kind of a little skewed, but yeah, I could do it. Alright, so I need to put that in here, make some arrows. I've made my armor. I need to top off my food. I need to make a lot more muck shakes. And muck shakes are blueberries and raspberries. And that's what I'm pretty much out of. Turnip stew. I've got some in the boat, but I need to make more of that. I have everything I need to make a lot of the stew. These I've got some in the boat as well, but I need to make more sausages. A lot of kind of upkeep I need to do. Now, this. Alright. So let's, man, I hate having to do like upkeep when people are watching, because that's got to be boring as sin. To watch me sit in front of a cauldron with turnips and boar meat and just feeding them in one after another. I've always loved these things. These little sleeping blurbs. I'm not sure what you call them exactly, but so I'm gonna grab some turnips. Let's grab like let's say I want to make 5 stacks. I need 150 turnips, and I need 50 boar meat. I mean, I'm actually surprisingly getting a little low on boar meat even. The map would look nice in color. Thanks. You know, there is a... I gotta turn the volume down. I'm gonna be starting to yell into the microphone. There is a mod you can put on where you can change the colors of the signs. And it's actually something that we did... I'm in a different game that's not solo, it's not Permadeath, but it's with 3 other guys. But it is no map, no portal hardcore. And we started doing something similar, but we have a shared Excel map somewhere out on the ether. And so we had a similar mapping system where we walk around and measure. I think the dimensions were a little bit different, but the idea is the same. And it worked really well. And then one of the guys, who's a huge dweeb, even bigger than me, came up with a Excel formula-based system for sailing around islands at rowing speed and knowing, like which direction you're traveling, how long you traveled in that direction, and what biome you're seeing at every 10 seconds or 20 seconds or something, and marking a note of that. And then it has this whole giant series of equations that then actually create almost what I had, the little BFs and M's and stuff. But then he also had color coordinated, what do they call it? Conditional formatting in Excel, right? So it would color it in. So each of the different biomes had a different color. Hey, how you doing?
Nothing. How are you fun? Alright, let's go. We need to kill him.
Say hi.
Okay.
Sorry, my wife just got home.
Is that you? Are you
Yeah,
talking?
there's a 30-second lag.
Oh, there is?
Yeah, but that's what I keep that up so I can see the chat.
It's the wrong game to be killing things. We need Asterion to kill
Oh,
things.
yes.
So we're gonna go
My
for
wife is a
Asterion.
Baldur's Gate 3 junkie.
Yes, and Asterion is my boyfriend.
Yes. She actually has a sweatshirt that says Asterion approves.
That's right. I am the Dark Urge.
So if you are a Baldur's Gate 3 fan, then you'll understand everything I'm talking about, and if not, you're probably very confused. So anyway, I'm going to finish these couple up. I've got my turnip stews. I'm going to go pop them in, and then I'm going to be done, and I'm going to go kill stuff, as she said, in a different game. So I'm going to put this in my stamina chest. Thanks for hanging out for a little while. And yeah, come back sometime. This was kind of fun having somebody to actually chat with. Nobody usually writes things. I get people watching, a couple people, but I don't know if people are watching on YouTube and you can't comment or whatever, but nobody usually says anything. So anyway, I'm going to take off. Thanks again. Talk to you later. Bye.